how was it in the music industry? That whole conversation about the gatekeeper drill, you know, the rituals, things people got to do.
It's a lot of things that I want to teach, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared because I got 4 grandchildren.
Grammy-winning rapper Coolio, the 59-year-old, was found unresponsive at a friend's Los Angeles home last September.
I do have a fear of them hurting my family. So I'm quiet about certain things. I don't talk about.
The glamorous lifestyle of Hollywood attracts millions of people, but as it was revealed, the glitz and glamour is nothing but a trap for young artists. The stories about how the powerful figures treat those who begin their career and want to make it big have been swirling from the first days, and it feels like we are getting more proof of the shady and despicable activities that's happening behind the closed doors.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They are in power.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. Although exposing the mighty figures comes with multiple dangers, the late rapper Coolio wasn't afraid of losing his life if it meant to finally get the truth to the surface about the crazy stuff young artists are forced to do in order to elevate their career and sell more albums.
Then you have the obligation to give them something that they need.
Coolio's name is mostly associated with his most significant hit, Gangsta's Paradise, which was released in 1995 for the movie Dangerous Minds. The song sat at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks and continues to be one of the most enduring tracks of all time. However, instead of enjoying his late years in peace and luxury, at the age of 59, Coolio met quite an unfortunate end of his life, and the talk about the rapper being eliminated for exposing the truth filled the streets of the hip-hop community. It only adds to speculations that the Grammy Award winner was about to spill some major tea on the industry giants and got punished for that because right before his untimely demise, Coolio gave quite a cryptic interview talking about the powerful figures and how they can do anything to a person to prevent the truth about their wild lifestyle to do out.
Those that would oppose my beliefs, they've probably done enough.
So, shortly after speaking on the industry's crazy ways, the rapper passed away suddenly at the Los Angeles home of his friend and longtime manager, and what seems to be the most shocking in the whole story, that the reason of his demise was withheld from the public for 5 long months. Coolio was found unresponsive in a bathroom of his friend's house, and in the end of the investigation, medics concluded that he had suffered a severe heart attack.
You know, they have poisons that create heart attack.
After that, a whole series of exposing interviews where Coolio was sharing the darkest secrets of the hip-hop community has surfaced, and many people concluded that rapper's life had ended because of him speaking against the industry giants and how they trap young male artists to their parties and force them to perform intimate services in exchange for fame and wealth. As Coolio mentioned in his chat with Hip Hop Uncensored, you would think that I would be a prime candidate for the Illuminati or the elite society. I've had mother effers come at me on some weirdo stuff, like on some fruity stuff, and I was like, what? Many people now believe that Coolio's interview where he indirectly talked about how the industry elites approached him and offered the same deal they offer to every artist became his ticket to 6 feet under. And since the rapper refused to play the rules imposed by the hip-hop giants, he paid for his stubbornness and principles with his life.
I want you to join us, and we're doing this. Human. I would never do that.
It's not a secret that the show business is a severe place to be, but Coolio only proved what everyone had already suspected. Apparently, the shady activities behind the closed doors that everyone is afraid to discuss are real, and as the rapper mentioned in his candid interview a few months before being eliminated, he and his family were targeted. Coolio already felt the wrath of the industry when his son ended up in jail for his first offense. And as the rapper said, there were way worse cases than his, but somehow only Coolio's son was sentenced.
I was going to court, and I seen people having cases that were way worse than his.
Apparently, after that incident with his son, Coolio realized that it's better to keep his mouth shut, and since the late rapper had a huge family to protect, he decided to stop his exposing campaign against the industry elites. But anyway, it was too late for him, as several months later, after speaking against the industry top players, he suddenly passed away.
I don't talk about everything I know because I don't want nobody in my family to be hurt.
Dangerous for the elites is nothing new in the industry, and the Gangsta Paradise singer even directly spoke about the being watched and the threats he had received after trying to speak against the powerful people. As one user recalled, Coolio said they targeted his son, to shut him up. Then they eliminated him anyway. And another fan added, "Yep, they silenced Coolio. He was such a great guy. Looking good, doing tours. His heart attack demise is no coincidence." Now Coolio may be just one tiny example of how the industry truly works. And even before him, many people had tried to speak the atrocious games that the show business giants are playing with innocent people's lives. On an episode of Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion, rapper Smart Guy told a disturbing story about how far record labels are willing to go in order to trap artists.
Tell me he gonna give me $100 million to play with my butt.
As Smart Guy mentioned, stories when the label heads invite young artists to the studio to discuss the terms of a contract and then giving them some drinks and forcing them to participate in wild acts on camera are quite common in the hip-hop community. Apparently, it's that sinister side of the show business that Coolio tried to expose, but he was eliminated before he could share the whole truth. As Smart Guy said in his passionate speech, many young artists are being blackmailed to sign really bad contracts, and later, they cannot disclose any information about how they got signed with people like Jay-Z or Diddy because they are too embarrassed or afraid to go against the industry elites.
Rather than get that story put out, he gonna sign that bad contract.
But the talk about the menacing groups of elites that rule the music industry and forces young talents to sell their souls for a contract have been on the streets even before Coolio's statements. And in 2011, Fat Joe already stated that the hip-hop industry is being run by Fruity Mafia. In his interview with Vlad TV, he referred to those who make moves behind the scenes in the music industry. According to him, Fruity members of the media are gatekeepers and hold a position of power. iHip-hop is the greatest Fruity market in the world. The hip-hop community is most likely owned by Fruity people. I happen to think there's a Fruity people. I happen to think there's a Fruity Mafia in hip-hop, not rappers. Editorial presidents of magazines, the PDs at radio stations, the people who give you awards at award shows. This is the effing Fruity Mafia, man. They're in power. However, Fat Joe didn't want to meet the same sad end as many other whistleblowers before him, including Coolio. So he's not preaching about the dangerous show business activities and just staying away from the potential harm and revenge of the music giants.
It's up to him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to tell nobody what they do or whatever the kid, what's right or what's wrong.
However, Fat Joe managed to give enough information to fuel further speculations, and since the rapper named the music mogul Diddy the king of pretense and deception, it seems like Bad Boy Records owner is now in charge of picking the victims for the hip-hop community elites.
Puff Daddy is the king of deception.
We all know that Diddy had been the main host of wild shenanigans for young artists and their precedents when his artists accused him of underpaying them. But it seems like the music mogul won't stop until fully exposed. And this year, we came very close as to find out more about what's happening at this memorable bashes. Diddy's own friend and fellow partygoer, Jamie Foxx, accidentally spilled the beans about these all-men gatherings. Apparently, it was a huge blow to the industry's cover, and the actor was severely punished for opening his mouth and sharing now he was the one who filmed all these activities of the music giants with young artists.
Watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel, filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
Many people were outraged seeing the actor in hospital after just one video where he talked about filming Diddy with other male artists. Apparently, the hip-hop moguls lost all shame and now went to more menacing actions, trying to protect their hideous secrets from being exposed. However, people are alert and they see right through the glitz of Hollywood and see all its dangers. As one user wrote, "I love how they call smart people who see the truth and stand up for it. Conspiracy theorists, nice try. We're the only people awake." And another user added, "Hollywood and the industry are coming to an end soon. Dark times always turn around to good happy times like night and day. Can't wait to see them take their last ghastly breath." Well, it seems like the ever-reaching claws of the show business can silence everyone who speaks against the narrative, and Coolio is just another example of the industry's cruelty. And what do you think about this, guys? Could Coolio be silenced because of the truth he was planning to expose? Or was his demise just a mere coincidence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the sinister side of the hip-hop elites. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned